Welcome to Granny Shift, and I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
And this is minute 57 of The Fast and the Furious.
And they've pulled up to the basketball court.
Oh, yeah, the hoop.
Yeah, right?
So, yeah, you can't
That'd be a
hear
terrible
it.
spot to play basketball.
Yeah, but there's a pretty dilapidated basketball hoop just screwed to the side of the barn.
Yeah, and it's like the barn boards are like falling off.
Yeah.
Not a good backboard.
So I feel...
And the concrete's uneven. I don't know.
Have you ever had a situation like this? Like where there was someone in my childhood that I remembered having a basketball hoop screwed to the side of a barn. And I just knew that it was not the right height, but it didn't matter because it was just on the side of a barn. Yeah.
And they didn't have the tension on the hoop springs right.
Right.
The ball was overinflated.
But, I mean, it didn't matter for me. I just swooshed every time.
As long as you don't hit the rim.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, what do you think's inside the barn?
Boy. Chickens?
Could be his, that would be appropriate.
I think you were, the hidden Babe Ruth cards.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I'm also thinking maybe it's like a stakeout location. Like maybe he's undercover as well.
Oh, yeah. So it's full of like high-tech gear that you're like, wow, I was not expecting this.
Right, exactly. It's like a mission silo maybe. What is it called?
Oh, like it goes down. There's like floors below it.
Missile silo.
Missile silo.
Missile.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah. All right, let's see what's inside. All right. It's not any of those things, apparently.
It's a Charger.
A Dodge Charger.
Would you know that was a Charger?
1970.
I know it's a Charger because I've seen this movie. Pause it here. We got some stuff to look at. This
Lots
is
of stuff.
a crowded garage.
Yeah. I would say that the first time I saw this, I definitely did not know it was a Charger because I didn't know cars that well. In 2001, how old were we? We figured this out before.
12?
Yeah,
13?
12. I didn't know the difference between a Charger and a Jetta in 2001. So
Oh, really? I think I would have known that.
I might have known, but
like between the Charger and the Camaro and the Mustang, I couldn't tell any of them.
Yeah, I
the
couldn't.
Nova.
So what do we got here? First things, we got a first aid kit. That's good news.
Oh, yeah. He's got that right by the door. No fire extinguisher, though. Come on.
Maybe that's at the other end.
Dangerous.
Yeah, especially if you know the history of this car. It's good to have a fire extinguisher.
Oh, really? Does he catch fire?
Well, I guess we'll find out.
Oh, man. So, to the left, we have a vintage-looking water cooler.
Oh, this guy down here?
Wasn't that in the show already? Wasn't that at their picnic or something?
I don't think so. They had
the
the half-empty Coronas at the picnic.
Oh, maybe I just saw. I don't remember. Anyway, so
Is it
that's
a pogo
cool.
stick?
You can buy them again now.
Is this a pogo stick?
If it is, there's not a lot of spring on the bottom there. What's that sign say?
We got a little welder down here. Show cars?
Stock cars. It's like a racetrack.
Oh, stock cars.
Racetrack.
Saturday,
sign.
August 4th, Ascot. Over here,
Yeah.
you know what these are?
Yeah, and he said about what he ran at.
He said
we didn't get there yet.
Palmdale or something.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we didn't get there yet.
Sorry, we're jumping ahead.
Yeah,
All
sorry.
right. So,
You know what these are over here in the corner? These red and yellow books?
encyclopedias.
They're like Mitchell repair manuals.
Oh, really?
Where everything's online now, but
Haynes
this is like
and
Chilton, stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yep. But in the center here, we got the Charger with this big triangular piece on top.
No hood.
No hood. I don't think a hood would even fit on this thing.
No, that thing is sticking out.
Majorly sticking out.
Yeah.
That would be a blower or supercharger, some would call it.
Right, with a bug catcher.
Right.
There's a bunch of gas cans over there. All right, there's nothing that cool here. They staged this well for a garage. They're like, all right, put a helmet.
Random belts hanging over here.
Oh, yeah. Never know when you need a little
But it is a pretty
belt.
expensive thing to have in such a rickety shack. I feel like you hang one more wrench on this wall and the whole thing's going to come tumbling in.
Yeah, it wouldn't be hard to break in there.
Yeah. So Dom tells us that him and his dad built this Charger.
Yeah. So
900 horses of Detroit muscle. Now, is the different cities' muscle different horsepower-wise? 900 horses of Detroit muscle is different than 900 horses of
they measure
Tokyo
differently.
muscle.
It's like Mustang muscle to Dynojet muscle. Wait, no.
Dynojet?
Horsepower? I meant horsepower.
Oh, okay.
Mustang horsepower to Dynojet horsepower. Detroit horsepower. It's a kind of dyno. It's not true. I'm guessing, what is this, a Charger?
Yeah.
Made by Chevy. Chevy Charger.
Dodge Charger?
Made in Detroit.
Yes. The Motor City.
Even this beautiful old muscle car is not exempt from getting some colorful hoses.
Yes, I
put in
see
the
that
engine
as
bay.
well. Okay, here's a question for you regarding Chargers. Do you think that this Charger from Fast and Furious or the Charger, the General Lee Charger from Dukes of Hazzard, is more famous? Yeah.
Oh, I think the General Lee. Only because. All right, 2 reasons I'm going to say that.
Okay.
Do you agree or disagree with me?
I reluctantly agree.
Okay, so I think most of the people watching this movie when this came out were tuner fans, and this Charger was an oddball car. So it was like, oh, cool muscle car, but that wasn't what people are into. So that's how it was for me, at least, where I was like, oh, that's a cool, powerful car, but like I would have chosen most of the other cars in this movie before I would have chose this car as a car to drive.
It's very interesting because up until this point, you kind of think of Dom as a tuner guy.
Right.
Not a...
Right. Well, and he is, right? This isn't even his. I brought you something, Ryan.
Is this a Tired Hands?
Nope. Never heard of a Tired Hands.
What do we got here? So Jason handed me a matricide?
Matricide.
Oh.
Come on.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either. I can barely read that, but you're better with the calligraphy. We're going to split this one, Ryan.
Imperial Stout with coconut, almond, lactose, Madagascan vanilla. Did you know that? See, that's like, what do they call that? Redundant, overly redundant.
Oh, really? All vanilla comes from Madagascar?
100% of vanilla comes from Madagascar.
Really?
Yeah. That's what the guy that works for Turkey Hill said.
What about imitation vanilla? Oh.
Some ASMR there. I got a little... I can't touch my face. All right.
Oh, jeez, you're pouring it on me, man. Oh, whoa. You're going to pour faster or something.
I was trying to pour slow so it wouldn't get a large head.
This ain't cheap beer, man. You're just pouring it everywhere.
Sorry. I didn't.
Dude, this is dark.
Holy Moses. How much you got over there?
I'm going to take a guess and say this might be the highest ABV beer you've ever had.
Oh, this is the 15 one.
15.1. 15.1, Ryan.
Man, we need to get some like rags up in here or something.
Yeah, I got to clean up the floor.
All right. Let me get a rag.
All right. I'll entertain.
Don't stop the video.
All right. So, Detroit, it's where the American cars are made. Detroit muscle. Boy, I don't know. I don't really like doing this without you, Ryan.
Just keep it going. You're doing a great job.
So it looks like he's got, looks like a jack stand in the back of the engine bay. I'm guessing it's something to hold the hood up or something. What's that, like scissor type lift thing in the back corner there?
This guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the hood. The hood shock hood.
Oh,
spring.
So it should have a hood on it.
It should, and there should be I think there should be a spring on that right there, but there's not.
That's good beer. So when I grabbed that out of the fridge, my wife said, "You're drinking that tonight?" I said, "I'm going to split it with Ryan."
That's a good move. Sorry I wasted so much of it.
It's all right.
Okay. Let me give it a try here. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
See, it doesn't taste like a 15% alcohol beverage.
Yeah, like what's that? Like wine?
Like wine.
No, it doesn't taste like wine.
Probably because it doesn't come from grapes.
It doesn't taste like mead. There's some like Four Locos, like 14%, right? You ever have one of them?
I thought they were made illegal, Four Locos.
I don't know. They brought them back then. You can still get them.
Maybe the energy ones are legal, or maybe they have less caffeine in them.
That could be it. So I don't think you could find a beer like this back in 2001.
No. I think all they had was Corona, Bud Light, and Miller Lite.
Yeah. and Budweiser.
I wonder how many craft brewers have came up in the last 20 years.
Oh, I bet it's like the last 10 it's been.
I know, but I was thinking since this movie came out.
Oh, has it been 20? Wow. Yeah, 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyhow.
Well, we're 12 seconds into the minute.
If our words start to slur, you know why.
Yeah.
So
wait, is Matricide the name of the brewer or the name of this particular beer?
I think it's the name of the beer. It's hard to
Brewed
and
canned by Free Will Brewing Company.
Oh, yeah.
Free Will.
Shout out Free Will Brewing Co.
Is that movie about the whale? Free Will?
Free Willy.
Yeah.
Yeah, same company, different product.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Okay. So 900 horses of Detroit muscle. We got this huge thing.
Yeah.
Blower, supercharger. It looks pretty mean, for sure.
Yeah.
I'd say. So, what else we know about this car?
So, it's got a lot of torque.
It's a beast. Yeah.
Yeah, you did say it's Palmdale. So, they ran it at Palmdale, which I'm guessing is a racetrack.
Yeah. And it got 9 seconds.
Flat. So, like a 9.0. And that
exactly.
900 horsepower for 9 seconds. That sounds about right. For a setup car. I feel like that's about right.
I feel like you, I don't know. I guess for a street legal car, it's pretty good. I mean, knowing the future of this vehicle, it is street legal. But there's not a lot of, we have a guy that comes into work who has a Chevelle that he runs.
Mm-hmm.
And his is in the 7s.
Oh, wow.
And I think that his is not street legal.
Right. Okay.
So like
7-second car
in the back.
It's probably like stripped down to like nothing.
Yeah.
The whole like body lifts up so he can get out of the car.
I don't think it's one of those, but
shoots fire out the sides.
What is the time frame that you have to get a roll cage on?
I think it's 11.
11 seconds.
Under 11 seconds. It depends on the track.
I didn't see if this one had a roll cage or not. I assume it does. But
yeah. Well, okay, so here's a line. So much torque, the chassis twisted coming off the line. I've heard this line many times.
Yeah.
Well quoted. I feel like 900 horsepower. I don't know. So
they don't tell you how much
saying?
torque it
like
has.
I always thought this was like, man, that car's permanently jacked up. It's got the chassis tweaked. We're gonna have to get it on a frame aligner and
but
maybe he's just talking about that, like where it turns a little, picks the one tire up,
not permanently.
Yeah,
twisted. The chassis twisted though. That's not.
I guess
sounds
not a
permanent.
good thing,
right?
So
I mean, it's something to brag about, though.
I guess, but to me, that's like, well, that's why it's sitting here in this barn. We can't drive anymore. He twisted the chassis.
Right. Well, that's not the only reason he's scared to drive it. We find out here shortly. Brian asks him, what's his best time?
Yeah.
Dom says he's never driven her. He's too scared. Scares the poop out of him.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing to happen on a racetrack.
Oh, man. Well, usually you're wearing a diaper anyway.
I think that's only the Daytona drivers.
What about NASCAR? Don't NASCAR?
I mean NASCAR. Sorry, NASCAR.
Okay, that is Daytona.
They do like 500 laps.
Yeah.
How long does that take?
They're like 3 or 4 hours, right?
Right. Can you?
I don't know.
Hold your
it's
pee for
supposed to be like 140 degrees in those cars, so they're sweating.
That too. Oh, okay. So they're not peeing; they're sweating.
Yeah, maybe they're just sweating it out. Can you imagine though if you're like, guys, I gotta.
You like in first place?
This
like
isn't gonna be a 12-second pit stop. Sorry.
I had Thai food last night. Because sometimes it does hit you like that, right? Like
did that happen?
Like, all of a sudden, you're like, "Oh,
yeah,
I need a bathroom." Like that would not be a good career. You'd have to think about what you're eating, probably.
So I think this came up on a different podcast. I'm not going to say what because you shouldn't be listening to any other podcast,
right?
But this one,
exactly.
But they were interviewing Dale Earnhardt Jr. and they asked him about this. Yes.
How do we get him on our show?
We're working on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And they have like a nutritionist that works with them.
That makes sense.
Like everything's measured because it's like actually pretty intense. Like as an athlete, because all the high temperatures and focus, like they have all their food and liquid intake is measured leading up to it. So that's
probably.
I think that's
best.
how they control for it. But
okay, so Dom.
I don't know if I'd trust him though.
It's an uncredible source.
Yeah.
So Dom points his dad out to Brian.
Yeah.
And gives a little bit of the backstory of this
Points
car.
him out as a picture on the wall.
Right. He's not in the barn.
Right.
So he was coming up in the pro stock car racing circuit, and a guy named Kenny Linder came up from the inside in the final turn, clipped his bumper, and that's it.
Okay, so pro stock, is that like dirt track?
No, I think pro stock is regular NASCAR.
Oh, so it wasn't this car, though. Which makes sense. That car's not wrecked. But why would that make him scared of this car?
Well, this could have been his dad's like play car, but his dad was also a pro stock racer.
Yeah, so it's more sentimental to him. Not so much like his dad died in it, so now he's scared of it.
What is pro stock? Oh, no. Here, I'm wrong. Pro stock, often called factory hot rods because of the resemblance. Pro stock cars are some of the most technologically advanced machines in drag racing.
But
pro stock engines use electronic fuel injections and spec gasoline and are restricted to a maximum of 500 cubic inches.
But didn't he say in the last corner he clipped his bumper?
Yeah, he did say that. So he did say pro stock, right? Let's check again. Let's see what he says here.
All right.
He was coming with a pro stock car circuit.
Yeah. Coming up. Pro stock car circuit.
Yeah,
last race of the season. Kenny Linder came up from the inside. Now you have to assume that's a corner in the final turn. This is
And that we get the full.
Dom's got his facts.
We get the full
up.
quote here on the screen, but really the minute cut off when he said he clipped his bumper. So.
Oh yeah. So we're not supposed to hear the end of the wall at 120.
Right.
That's for next minute. Tune in 3 days.
Yeah, this just says competitive pro stock car. This is acting like it's drag racing. But stock car racing here, Wikipedia. Stock car racing takes place on an oval track.
Yeah, so
of 3 or 4 turns.
So technically, professional stock car racing.
So there's pro stock,
and
then there's
pro level,
and then there's stock
car
racing. So I think he was doing NASCAR. I think that's another term for NASCAR.
Okay.
Stock car racing.
Yeah. Ooh, nice drill press.
I think it does have something to do with if the body lifts or not, because NASCAR's the bodies don't lift. Like Top Fuel dragsters, the bodies lift, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yep. And even a lot of there's a 7-second cars often like that range of 6 and 7 second cars have those tops that lift.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're called.
So I don't think this turned out well for his dad. I'm not 100% sure, but there's a reason that Dom is scared of this car.
Yes. And this was overall a pretty Dom's kind of letting him into his heart here.
Yeah. And
I mean they're busting into people's places. They're he's dating his sister. They're really getting close. Here. Bonding.
Yeah. I wonder if all of his other friends know this story. Does Jesse know this? Obviously Vince does because he's been friends with Vince since 3rd grade. But
yeah, probably Jesse was around when it happened. Wait, did he say how old he was?
No.
Or how long ago it was?
Neither of those.
Could have been
but if he was
a few
racing
weeks ago.
Did he say if he was racing this car or not? I don't think he said he was racing this car. I think this was 2 separate things.
Well, that car's not wrecked. So I'm going to say he wasn't.
But the frame might be twisted.
And there is a roll cage in that car.
Oh, yeah, I see it. And that's the end of minute 57.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we get to find out next minute what happens to Dom's dad. Also, I'm just remembering here, we got another review.
No way.
We sure did.
Another entry into the T-shirt contest.
That's right.
Sweet.
All right, let me find the review here.
Should I entertain again? Okay. So this barn they're in, I would like to point out the back wall of the barn is plaster lath, and a lot of the plaster's fallen off. If you've ever been in a building where the lath is that bad that the plaster's falling off, it is a mess. Everything is covered in dirt and dust and falling in. But this is very neatly and carefully, all the loose plaster has been removed and cleaned up.
Except for right here.
Well, but that's all holding on solid. There's no pieces like
all this
cracking and about to fall off. Everything's cleaned off. And
this barn was just built, you're saying?
No, I'm saying they found a really old barn that was falling apart, and they went in and cleaned up all the dirt and dust.
Oh, yeah, down here in the corner. You can see a little
they cleaned off all the loose plaster and then put all these decorations on top and then brought it in.
Is lath just a term for that thin wood? Like I know tobacco lath.
Yes.
I thought that's where the term lath came from, tobacco lath, because they would put the tobacco on that when they hang it to dry.
Maybe it just means it's thin wood. I'm just like, because they're always thin pieces of wood, but this is plaster lath.
Well, there's plaster and lath. Lath is the wood part. The plaster is the white part that goes on top of it.
Right.
So it's plaster lath.
Yeah, but maybe. I always thought the lath could still be defined by the word plaster.
Well, I got the
review
here. So
did I do good? Entertaining by myself?
You did great.
I'm getting better.
Our review is 5 stars. You know, that's what's up. From Mikey, and it was that was his name, Mikey, like UHH, Mikey.
Mikey. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just found the podcast. Oh, let me read the top here. Granny shift and not double clutching.
Nice.
Just found the podcast and am currently binging to catch up. One of my favorite movies in my lifetime, and this is cool how each minute is broken up. Keep it up. Oh, we will, Mikey.
Oh, yeah, and you're entered it into our contest.
Yeah, you are.
So there's like 30 T-shirt designs now.
It might be generous. Like the same design, but in multiple colors.
I think I've pointed out 30 T-shirt designs, though. Potentials. What was the
designs.
Most recent was you break her heart, I break your neck. Yeah.
Is that one?
I like that.
Yeah.
The picture we put with it is key, though.
Yeah. Did we put a picture with it? Yeah.
Not yet.
We will. Basically, whoever wins could just tell us what moment they want on a T-shirt.
They could create their own T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that.
It could be like a meme, just like a picture of that with at the top, break her heart, I break your neck.
So just to be clear, Ryan does all of the design on these.
Yeah.
I do absolutely nothing. So I can definitely volunteer him for that.
I appreciate that.
All right, good. Let's wrap this up.
But you bring the good beer, so I'll allow it. Yeah. So thanks for listening. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
And don't forget,
winning's winning.